Welcome to the Pioneer Library System. I'm Cindy from the Tecumseh Public Library, and I'm here today with a special guest. He's going to read us a story, and we're going to have a chat. Can you guess who he is? Well, if you guess Santa, you're right. Welcome, Santa.
Well, thank you.
How have you and Mrs. Claus been?
We've been wonderful, actually.
Have you been staying healthy?
Yes, we have. I mean, we're stay up in the North Pole, away from everything most of the year, and so we stay up there and do a lot of work. You know, of course, the elves are really busy in the workshop.
That's good. Good to hear. Well, we've had to do things a little differently this year here at the library. Have you had to do things different?
Not so much, because we are, like I said, we're quite a pretty good distance away from everybody. We don't get a chance to get down here too much to the States and even to Europe and where they've had the problems. So it's been real good. I mean, we haven't had much of any issues.
That's good. Yeah. Well, what brings you to the library today?
Well, I came to check out some books.
Wonderful. What's your favorite story?
There's a lot of good ones out there, but probably my favorite one is the one I just picked up, The Night Before Christmas.
Oh, I love that. That is one of my favorites. Well, would you have time to read that to us today?
Sure.
Perfect.
The Night Before Christmas. Written by Clement C. Moore, illustrated by Cheryl Harness. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and me in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a luster of midnight to the objects below. Of midday. See, even Santa has a hard time reading sometimes. When what to my wondering eyes should appear, what do you think it is? But a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew it in a moment. It must be St. Nick. I like that part. It's about me. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. O Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up on the housetops, the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each tiny hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowlful of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and he filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Don't forget, you can check out this book and many more at pioneerlibrarysystem.org. And don't forget, you can also access the Hoopla app or the Overdrive app. Thank you.